The Men's Senior Baseball League's World Series is celebrating their 31st anniversary. You're watching APN Video Sports. APNvideo.com is on the air and coming to you from beautiful Scottsdale, Arizona, in the winter home of the San Francisco Giants, Scottsdale Stadium. It's the Tri-Valley Vets, 65, and they're on the air taking on the Seattle Mariners. And I'm Jeff Lowry with APNvideo.com. So glad you could join us. Nice, cool morning for baseball. We got an early 8:30 start time for this one. The Vets come in here with a record of 2-1, and a victory here today makes the rest of their two-game round-robin schedule a little easier and hopefully getting into the playoffs.
So Nick Bettini, San Francisco Bay Area. I'm with the 65 and over vets. We're all veterans. It's like the same thing as being in the service. We're all just one big team. World Series, this is the best in the world. I can't even explain how great this is. I've been waiting since I was in college. So these guys are all teammates. They're all together. We're all one.
Thanks, Nick. Some great comments as you get a look at the Vets. Donnie D. Cordova, the Hall of Fame manager for the Tri-Valley Vets. It's good to see him out here. I know a couple of years ago he was not feeling so well, was feeling really bad when he got here to Phoenix, and he's out here managing his team as the first batter, Steve Tanaka, lines one to shortstop. Cabañas with the catch, one down, as we are underway from Scottsdale, Arizona. So one up and one down, and the batter is going to be, and wouldn't you know it, he's not on the roster. He pops it up where the second baseman, Hauska, goes to one knee, and he makes the grab, two down. Let's look at the defense of the Tri-Valley Vets as the third-place hitter, Kirk Stamphill, fouls it off, and he takes outside. 1-1 to Stamphill. Defensively, DiStefano at first, Hauska is at second base, Cabañas at short, Hanks at third, Willie Wild in left, Naaman in center, and Dave Hull is in right field. Rogowski behind the plate. Skip Willard is getting the start here today, and he is going to try to corral the third out of the inning, and he does. After a half an inning of play, good job. No score with the Tri-Valley Vets coming up. Jeff Lowry back here from Scottsdale Stadium. John, the jury, on the mound, the right-hander, the veteran right-hander, and he'll be facing Dave Hull to start things off. Gets that one over for a called strike. The starting catcher is a left-hander in Lang. Tom Lang. Defensively, Manter, Droker, Sonata, and Stanbill. As this one's popped up right side. That's going to drop in right in front of the second baseman, Jeff Droker. Stamphill is at third base, Mayo in left, Tanaka center, and Nelson is in right field. The left-handed catcher Lang behind the plate and doing the pitching, the right-hander John Jury. So Dave Hall with a leadoff single. And a pop-up out into left center field, and that ball is going to be caught. Steve Tanaka has got some good wheels out there. So he makes the catch, and here is Will Hubert, followed by Joe Lippert. Just underway, bottom half of the first. Here's the runner going to second, and that's going to be a stolen base. So Dave Hill is in scoring position, bottom of the first inning, and that is a swing and a miss. Will Hubert tried to hold up on that outside pitch by Jury. A fake throw back, and the runner is back in safely. Ready with the next offering. And a strike called. Hey, a special thanks to John Zavril for setting up today's broadcast. It's our pleasure to be with you guys this year. The Tri-Valley League, I know Mike Prothero and company, this is for years, it's always been the biggest league in the MSBL world in the MSBL, in the Men's Senior Baseball League. And so well represented here. This is a classy team here led by the Hall of Famer Donnie D. Cordova. Hubert up there, pitch, and that's low, ball 4, and runners are at first and second. Next up, the big, strong, left-handed hitting cleanup hitter, Joe Lippert. No score, bottom of the first inning. Swing and a miss. The catcher can't come up with it cleanly. He throws the third and throws it out into left field. And Dave Hall is 90 feet away from producing the first run of the contest. So now runners are at second and third. One man out. That's outside a ball. Pivotal game for both teams. Only 5 round-robin games. Normally, most teams in this tournament will play 6 round-robin games. Here's a pop-up to the shortstop. Sonata's got it, 1 down. Or check that out, number 2 here in the inning. And now the batter is our pregame host, Nick Bottini. Second and third. He takes high, ball 1. Second and third with 2 men out here in the bottom of the first inning in a scoreless tie. Bottini takes inside for a ball. But remember, we only play 5 round-robin games, so as opposed to the normal 6, each game now has a little bit more value. And this game is absolutely vital for the Mariners. They can't drop to 1-3 and hope to make the playoffs. Here's a swing and a ground ball down to third. It's picked up there. Nice job by the third baseman, Stamphill, and he throws him out at first. They leave 2, and we're heading to the top of the second inning of play. And the Seattle Mariners come to the plate with the Tri-Valley Vets 65s, no score. Jeff Lowry from Scottsdale Stadium. Jeff Droker, Tom Lang, John Mantor, the first 3, and good morning, good afternoon, good night. Outstanding job by Skip Willard in his second inning of work. Next up, 1 up and 1 down, Tom Lang, the catcher. He delivers a strike. Good job by Skip Willard. There's a look at Skip, hoping to get his team deep into these innings. Here's a pop-up that the pitcher gives a nice effort and luckily didn't take too bad a tumble over there. Here's a ground ball that's off the ankle, and the throw to first, not in time. And that's going to be an infield hit. So here's John Mantor batting. With a runner at first and 1 out, we're in the top of the second inning. Seattle batting, no score in this 65 and over division. Cactus, 65 and over Cactus division. And we got our award-winning APN trivia question coming up. It wouldn't be APN if we didn't dazzle your mind with baseball nonsense trivia. It wasn't up to me. It was the brain trust of APN Video that keeps throwing these. And all I hope is that I give you the answer before the end of the game. Here's a swing and a ground ball. They go second 1. They'll get the out there. Nice play. Good job there by Bottini, who is now at shortstop, and Hauska at first base. 2 down here in the inning. And now the starting pitcher is John Jury. Again, a special thanks, and it was so good to see John Zavril, one of my favorites out here at the tournament. So positive. As the runner takes off here, here's the throw down to second, and that's going to be a stolen base. Jeff Droker, the courtesy runner. Jury takes outside for a ball. It's so much fun. You come to the ballpark and you got positive people, and people are excited about the game, excited about having it archived from APN, and You know, we did a game last year, and the first thing John said to me, he's like, I'll never forget that play where I tripped over, I think, a blade of grass for a ground ball or something as Bottini throws him out at first base on a fine inning defensive play. Good job by Nick Bottini as he heads back to the dugout. They leave one, and at the end of an inning and a half of baseball, as we go to the bottom of the second inning, no score. And sometimes it's fun, you know, if you have the chance to even maybe laugh at yourself a little bit. I mean, it was a play last year, John, you know, it's happened to all of us. And, you know, you trip over yourself a little bit, and I think we all had a little chuckle over it. And, yeah, it was a memorable tournament last year, as well as this year, too. So we go to the bottom half of the second inning. Mike Hanks, John Zavrel, Skip Willard will be the first three up here for the Tri-Valley Vets. If you're wondering where Tri-Valley is, it's California. That one's line fouling out of play. Big ballpark here, by the way. We always talk about how big Tempe Diablo Stadium is. As this one's grounded to the shortstop, he's got it. Sonata's up. He throws to first in time to Manter, 2 down. Now to bring up John Zavrel for the first time. 1 down here in the inning, excuse me. Now John's a good hitter. He probably a better hitter when he's hitting to the gaps, left or right center field. Not necessarily a total pull hitter like a Ted Williams, but he takes a strike, 0-1 the count. We're scoreless here in the bottom half of the second inning. But Tri-Valley is kind of, if I remember what, as John swings and misses, he had a good cut at that one. Mike Prothero was telling me that it's not San Francisco, it's kind of east of there and south of there, and John drills a base hit into left field. Well, a clean single to left field by John Zavrel, and a 1-out single will set the table for Skip Willard. He's going to get a courtesy runner. Courtesy runner is going to be Randy Taylor. And now today's starting pitcher, Skip Willard, one of the top athletes on this team. This is going to get away from the catcher, and that's going to allow the runner to move up. And that's going to be a stolen base because Taylor was moving on the pitch. So no wild pitch charged to the starter, John Jury, a.k.a. the Judge. We'll see John Jury probably 5 or 6, and then we were told that John Manter may get in there, and a pickoff move, and now Taylor is heading to third, and the throw is bobbled by Tanaka, and he goes in hard. He is not wearing socks. That is unbelievable. I don't think I've ever seen that. I mean, I've been following this game for 40 years. I don't think I've ever... Well, unless those are really skin-colored socks over there, because that pitch is in there for a strike. Good cut. Good cut by Skip Willard. He fouls that one back. Greg Sobel on deck. He's a good hitter. He's hoping for a chance to drive in a run or two. That's inside for a ball. Willard ahead in the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And that one's high, ball 4. Skip Willard is aboard. Runners at first and third with 1 out, and the batter is Greg Sobel. Coming to you from Scottsdale Stadium. And there goes the runner, and very wisely throw it back to the pitcher, and now they got the runner hung up. Taylor is in trouble. Taylor is out. I really believe that too many teams in this tournament, with a runner at third, a runner at first, that runner at first goes, that's a fine play by Lang. He looks like a Roman gladiator, doesn't he? As this one is flied out into left field, and this ball is in for a hit. Greg Sobel is going to play to run. And the Tri-Valley Vets lead it by a score of 1-0. So a long fly ball goes for a long single for Greg Sobel. And now the batter is Bob Huska. First time up for Hauska. 1-0 Tri-Valley, bottom of the second. I think, but I was getting back to my point, I think there are too many teams that will throw to second with a runner at third and the runner at first trying to steal. And the reason I say that is because I see so many times the second that catcher, the ball comes out of his hand, that runner from third is heading to the plate, whether they get the guy out at second, and in most cases they have no chance. As Hauska swings and misses, quick throw down to first, runner is back safe. And a lot of times they don't get an out at second, they don't get an out at the plate, and the run scores. Strike 3 called, Hauska is outside retired, but they get a run on 2 hits, they leave no one aboard. We have played 2. Tri-Valley 65s lead it 1-0 over the Seattle Mariners. You're watching APM Video and the Tri-Valley Vets 65 team. Well, we head now to the top of the third inning. Rand Gilbertson, Kevin Mayo, and Dennis Sonata, who's the shortstop. That'll be the first 3 up for the Seattle Mariners out of the Seattle area. They come in with a record of 1-2 as you get a look at the starting pitcher, Skip Willard. 5 round-robin games for both these teams. The Vets come in here with a record of 2-1. From Scottsdale Stadium, our game-time temperature right now, 74 degrees. It's absolutely perfect, isn't it? We were so lucky that hurricane that had come up from the Gulf completely canceled all the games, as that's ball 4, a leadoff walk. That's the first time in 3 innings Seattle's had the leadoff hitter aboard, and here's Kevin Mayo. They flooded out Phoenix. All the games were canceled for day 1 of the MSBL World Series, including the NABA tournament. There's a runner going to second, and the throw down, and they got him. Well, it looked like the foot might have gotten in there, but it's going to be a caught stealing. What a tremendous throw by the catcher, Rogowski, for the Tri-Valley Vets. Marty put it right on there, and it was a great tag, and it fooled the umpire because his foot did get in as this one's popped up to Willard. He makes a fine running catch, and there's 2 down. You can hang a star next to that one. And now Dennis Sonata, the shortstop. First pitch, taken low for ball 1. It's a 1-0 lead for the Tri-Valley Vets 65s. Good fastball, but it tailed away from the left-handed hitter. And I'll tell you what, that's almost a major league pitch. Good sinking ball there. Here's a pop-up to the shortstop. He'll have to field on 1 hop. He'll throw to first, and he got him. How about that? That was a tough play for the shortstop. And we are heading now to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Still 1-0, Tri-Valley 65 Vets. Here's a ball hit up the third base line, and you can just tuck that one into your hip pocket. Doesn't Lang look like he should be in the Gladiator movie? I mean, I could see him at the Roman Coliseum right now. There's the runner going down the second, and safe. So Willie Wild with the infield hit and a stolen base. Cabañas hits a ball and almost got the runner. Here's the throw to third, and he's in. Safe in their first and third, and a good piece of hitting by Cabañas. It's going to get a courtesy runner. Well, you want to save the legs on your shortstop. Don Peterson squares the bunt. And they throw to third. And again, I think that is definitely the smart play. I don't think you should be throwing down to second base unless, you can put it on a line. If you can put it on a line down there and you're accurate, then you can throw down there. But if that's not the case, and unfortunately you start getting in the 45s and on up, age group, a lot of guys can't zip it down there like they used to. So runners are at second and third, and the batter added to the bottom of the order is Don Peterson. No, he is the final hitter in the lineup, and he just drew a walk to load the bases. So the bases are loaded with nobody out. The Vets looking good. Dave Hall at the plate. He had a base hit back in the first inning, was left stranded. 1-0 TV Vets. And here's a line drive down the right side, but that's a foul ball. No balls and 1 strike. Third base coach calling time momentarily. Here's the pitch. That's inside. Now, I noticed Mike Prothero on the roster, but I didn't see Mike out here. I did not see Mike Prothero out here. Now, if he is here and didn't say hi, I'm going to be hurt. My feelings will be hurt. As this one's chopped to the shortstop, and the only play is to second, they get the fielder's choice. The run will score. That makes it a 2-0 ball game. Fielder's choice RBI for Dave Hall. And now runners are at first and third, 1 out, and Bob DiStefano. And this one gets away from the catcher. Here comes a runner to the plate. He slides safely, and it's now 3-0 Vets. Bob DiStefano at the plate. And he lines one foul. Got the barrel of that bat all over that baseball. Fouls it off. And that ball hit him. So a hit batsman. Will Hubert. With the runner taking off for second base. And now you got runners at second and third. 3-0 lead for the Tri-Valley 65 veterans. Well, this is not Will. This is Wayne Wagoner. Ground ball up the middle. They'll go to second for 1, and there was nobody at first, and the run will score. So Dave Hall scores. It's a 3-run inning and a 4-0 lead for the Vets. And this one's hit back to the mound, and the only play is going to be at first as Naaman. And they're doing a little A-Bing a little early in the lineup. You don't see that with your 3 and 4 hitters. 2 down, and here is Nick Bottini. So 4 runs have come across. Things looking good right now for the Tri-Valley Vets here in the bottom half of the third inning. They have scored 3 times and lead it 4-0. Nick is 0 for 1. A tough inning here for John Jury as he kicks and deals. And here's a ball slapped to the shortstop. Another opportunity for Sonata. He throws him out at first base, and the side is retired. 3 big runs come across after 3 innings of play. Tri-Valley, behind the shutout pitching of Skip Willard, leaves it by a score of 4-0. This is the MSBL World Series on APN. Toothaker, Lear, and Garage will be the first 3 here for the Seattle Mariners. We're in the 65 age group and over. Yes, 65 and over. And you're seeing a very high quality of play from both these teams as this one is lined out into deep left field, and that one splits the outfield. Good hustle out there. as Robert Naiman, the left fielder, gets it back in quickly, and he holds the runner to a long, long double. So Gary is aboard with a leadoff double, second inning of where they've had the leadoff hitter aboard, the Seattle Mariners, that is. And here's a bunt first base side, foul ball. This is Bill Lear. Gurash and Parker to follow, and this one's slapped fouling out of play, and it's 0-2. Top of the fourth inning, the Tri-Valley Vets lead it 4-0 here in the top of the fourth. Wide shot at all this cloud cover here at Scottsdale Stadium, and a lot of this, I think, is a lingering remnant of that Sergio hurricane. Not a bad-looking pitch right there, and Skip Willard wanted the call. We're in the top of the fourth inning. The Mariners have failed to score through the first 3 innings against Willard. Right now, Bill Lear giving Willard all he can handle, a tough at bat. And that's ball 4. So they are at first and second, no out for Dan Gurash. Throw down to third, and should be safe. Did they call him out? I didn't really understand the call. Looks like first and third. And that is a stolen base, so they are on the corners. Tying run on deck if this guy gets on. 4-0 Vets here in the top of the fourth. First and third occupied. The pitch. That's in there for a strike. Throw goes down. They got a caught stealing. I'll tell you what, not a bad idea. Take the out, especially with nobody out. That runner at third base has about a 75 to 90% chance of scoring anyway. The run will score, but it's going to be a caught stealing. And now ball 4 to Gurash. And here is Dale Parker. So now the lead is cut to 4-1. Pitch is taken low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, they told me Parker was next. This is Nelson. So Nelson at the plate. So a 4-1 lead here for the Tri-Valley Vets 65. Nelson, not sure if he is added to the bottom of the order. This was a scheduled hitter, Dale Parker. Swing and a miss. Good pitch that time. Skip Willard, he's done a great job, but that is a strike 3 called. I thought that was ball 4. So did Nelson, and he is down on strikes. Well, it was a very good pitch by Skip Willard, who's looking pretty good here through the first 3+ innings, and now will set his sights on Dale Parker. So it's 4-1 in favor of the Tri-Valley Vets 65+. We did a couple of the Tri-Valley 55s earlier in the week. We had a little doubleheader over at Goodyear. They didn't fare too well. The runner takes his lead at first. Here's the pitch. He gets a strike called that time. Swing and a miss. 2 strikes on Parker. Skip Willard. He's already yielded a run in this inning. And that is ball 4. Third walk of the inning. And now the next batter drills a single into center field. And the throw to second is not going to be in time. So Dwayne Cantania now at first base, and they've loaded the bases. So it's the second hit of the inning. That is the third hit of the ball game for Seattle, and now a run will score. And it is now 4-2. Steve Tanaka, the leadoff hitter for the Seattle Mariners, at the plate. So a double, 1, 2, 3 walks, a single. And now Steve Tanaka, who takes a borderline pitch, didn't like the call. And he's up there with a chance to drive in some more. 2 on, 2 out. That's high. Skip Willard on the mound. He delivers, and it is fouled out of play, and 2 strikes on Tanaka. Tanaka getting the start in center field. Tell you what, I don't know what was wrong with that pitch. That looked pretty good from here. Ball 4. Well, that's the 4th walk issued, and now the bases are loaded again. The tying run at second, the go-ahead run at first, and our infamous number 26, and the ball gets away from the catcher. The runner will not advance, and the bases remain loaded with 2 out. So a break there for the Vets, and the next pitch is in there for a strike. In the air, into right center field. That ball's going to drop in, and this game is going to be tied. Good hustle out there in center field, but 2 runs are going to come across. They'll be at first and third, and that is a 2-run single. It is a 4-run inning, and we're tied at 4 apiece here in the top of the 4th. Next batter grounds one up the middle, base hit for Kurt Stampkill. Scoring is Tanaka, and that's an RBI for Stamphill, and they have taken the lead 5-4. Next up is Jeff Droker. Well, I'll tell you, it has been a very long inning here for Skip Willard. He's thrown a lot of pitches. 31st pitch coming up in this inning. That's inside a ball. They have put 5 on the board to take the lead. Ground ball, shortstop. They will go to second, and they called him out on a fielder's choice to retire the side. But 5 big runs come across for the Mariners. They have a 1-run lead. We go to the bottom half of the 4th inning from Scottsdale Stadium in beautiful downtown Scottsdale, Arizona. It's the Seattle Mariners 5 and the Tri-Valley Vets 4. First batter coming up is going to be Steve Siegel. Tri-Valley trying to get some of those 5 runs back after leading 4-0 going into the top of the 4th inning. And this is inning number 4 for John Jury, the starting pitcher for the Seattle Mariners. That one is slapped foul. And that ball, did that ball get a piece of him? It did, and a good start. So a hit batsman to start the inning, and the batter is going to be John Savril. Here's the runner going, and the throw down to second base, and it is not in time. So the tying run already in scoring position for the Tri-Valley Vets. John had a base hit, a clean single to right center field, his first and only time up at the plate. Pitch, swing and a miss. I'll tell you the one thing about John up there, he does not get cheated. Might have pulled a little hamstring there. He's ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Seattle with 5 runs in the top of this 4th inning, lead at 5-4. Runner at second with nobody out in the pitch. And it's outside, and it's 3-1. John levels the bat a couple of times, a pitch. And that's high, ball 4, and he's been on base both plate appearances. So a leadoff single, stolen base, and a walk, and the batter is going to be Skip Willard. Jury stepping off the pitcher rubber and now getting set to go. Let's see if they play bunt here. Down by 1 and do not show any signs is Skip Willard, and he takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Well, after a quick meeting of the minds at the pitcher's mound, Jury ready to deliver an 0-1 pitch to Willard, and that one is way upstairs, and the count is now even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Greg Sobel is on deck. And Willard fouls that one back. You could almost tell, I think he was trying to hit that ball to the vacated spot as they throw that one in the center field, but no chance there. Siegel had to stay put. Willard with a chance to drive in the game-tying run. He takes high for a ball. Vets scored 1 in the second, 3 in the third, but trail 5-4 right now. Jury delivers. And this one is walloped out into left field, and it's dropping in. Will they have a fielder's choice? I don't think so. That's a base hit. So Willard with a base hit, the second of the inning, and they are loaded. And the veterans will send up the Greg Sobel, who had an RBI hit in his only plate appearance, and he takes a strike. It's 0-1. Tying run at third, go-ahead run at second, and Greg lines one up the middle. Here's the second baseman. He'll step on the bag for one, throw it on the first. It's not in time, but this game is tied on a fielder's choice at 5 apiece. So Greg drives in his second run of the ball game. Siegel scoring, and here's a stolen base attempt and a successful one. Second and third occupied, and only one man out here in the bottom of the fourth inning in a 5-5 tie. Ground ball back to the mound. Pitcher looks the runner back and throws him out at first. Fine play by Jury. Willie Wild standing in, ready to give his team the lead. He swings and grounds one to shortstop. That ball went right through the legs of the runner. And the one-hop throw is going to be scooped out by John Manter to retire the side. What an outstanding play by the first baseman. And we are now heading to inning number 5. They get a run, they leave a few. And from Scottsdale Stadium, we're tied at 5 apiece. Well, we go now to the top of the 5th inning. Seattle Mariners come to the plate. They'll send up the right-handed hitting, left-handed throwing Tom Lang. Of course, I guess the most famous guy that did that was Ricky Henderson. It'll be Manter, Jury, and Gilbertson here to start things off. Well, it's the 5th inning of work for the starting pitcher, Skip Willard. And a big swing and a miss, and down goes Tom Lang, out number 1. Cabañas back at shortstop for the Tri-Valley Vets. Here's a swing and a miss by John Manter, the Mariners' first baseman. No balls and 1 strike, left-handed hitter. And a cut on and miss, and it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Manter, who reached on a fielder's choice back in the second. That's outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Willard deals, and this one is slapped down the line, but foul. John Jury is on deck. 5-5 tie here in the top of the 5th, and a swing and a miss, and back-to-back strikeouts by Skip Willard. There's 2 down in the inning. He has punched out 4. And now the batter is going to be John Jury, his opposite number. Popped him up, first base side. This is going to land safely foul. Drury grounded out back in the second, and he slaps one down the line. The third baseman will not have a play, and that is going to go as an infield hit. Hit number 6 for the Seattle Mariners. Gilbertson at the plate for the second time. He started a 5-run third with a walk. Or check that. He walked in the third inning and was thrown out, caught stealing. So John Zavril over there in the first base dugout. Pitch, swing, and a miss. Here's the runner stealing, and that ball goes out in the center field. That'll be a stolen base. So you got a runner in scoring position with 2 out. Rand Gilbertson at the plate. Having a little discussion with the catcher of the Tri-Valley Vets, Marty Rogowski. Good looking pitch that time. That caught the inside corner. Ready with the next offering. And Willard left that one too far inside. A swing and a foul tip. Rand Gilbertson. Second time up. Skip Willard needs a strike. They come to their feet, and a ground ball to the shortstop. Tough play. That's a long throw and not going to be in time. The ball gets away from the first baseman. Here comes a runner around third, and he will score, and the Mariners regain the lead at 6-5. Well, it's going to be a base hit, but an error on the throw. No RBI. Here's the runner going down to second, and it was waiting on him. And Gilbertson has been thrown out, caught stealing on 2 occasions. But they get a run halfway through this morning affair from Scottsdale Stadium in Scottsdale, Arizona. The Mariners lead it 6-5. This is APNvideo.com. All right, we head now to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Well, it's been kind of a topsy-turvy game over the last couple of innings, just to be quite frank. Marty Rogowski will start things off. And he will lead off the home half of the 5th inning with the Vets trailing by 1 with a leadoff walk. Now Bob Willard is coming to the plate for the first time. And we're going to get a change in pitcher. So John Drury goes 4+, faces 1 batter in the 5th. And now he will give way to the left-hander John Manter, who comes over from first base. He faces Willard. Here's a stolen base attempt, and not in time. So Rogowski at second. And here's a ground ball to the shortstop, and instead of going to third, he elects to go to first base, and that will move the runner into scoring position, which represents the tying run. We go back to the top of the order. Dave Hall, who has singled. He has driven in a run with a fielder's choice. He's 1 for 2. And this ball gets away from the catcher. Will the runner score? He will, and we are tied at 6 runs apiece. How about that? And here's a line drive base hit up the middle. Dave Hall is 2 for 3. Now Bob DiStefano, and here's the runner going to second, and he is going to be in. I'll tell you, have you ever seen so many stolen bases attempts in your life? I think we've set a Major League Baseball record as DiStefano grounds one to the right side. That squirts through for a hit. And they are at first and third. A run is in. We're tied at 6 runs apiece, and the batter is Will Hubert. Runner will take second on the throw to the plate. 10 hits now in total for Tri-Valley. Will batted in the first inning and then gave way to, I don't know, I guess maybe Tri-Valley might be going A-B in this situation. Here's a bouncing ball back to the mound. They're coming home with it, and the throw, they're going to call him out, but I'll tell you what, it looked like he was safe, and the throw to first is in time. Double play. 1, 2, 3, double play, retires a side. But they get a run to tie it, and at the end of 5, we're tied at 6. We go to the top of the 6th inning here. Seattle Mariners will send up Kevin Mayo to the plate. Mayo popped up to the pitcher on a nice play back in the 3rd. He swings and slaps one to the shortstop. And Bottini has it, and he'll throw him out at first base for out number 1. Nice job by the Tri-Valley Vets shortstop. 1 up and 1 down. Next up is Dennis Sonata, the shortstop. Pretty good defensive shortstop. He takes low, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. He grounded out his last time up. Swing and a miss. Well, I'll tell you, Skip Willard's still out there. Here's a bouncing ball down the first base line. That's a fair ball. They'll tag the runner, and quickly 2 down in the inning for Gary Toothaker. Gary had a double. He came around to score back in that 5-run 4th inning for the Seattle Mariners. Top of the 6th. First pitch is high and tight, ball 1. Two out, nobody on. Mariners bat here in the top of the 6th inning. Good pitch. And another strike. 2 strikes, 2 out. Nobody on. Big payoff pitch with Bill Lear on deck. And he got a piece of it. Nope, he did not. They'll tag him out. That's a strikeout. And the side is retired. 5 strikeouts for Skip Willard. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Tri-Valley and Seattle tied at 6 apiece. Heading now to the bottom half of inning number 6 in this 2018 MSBL World Series. A 6-6 tie between these two quality teams in a pivotal game. It is game number 4 of the World Series for both these teams in this 65-plus division. John Manter in relief of starting pitcher John Jury, who pitched the first 4-plus, faced only 1 batter in the 5th. And now Manter is going to lead off with Joe Lippert, and he draws a base on balls. So now Nick Bottini, the outstanding shortstop, and he's played very well at shortstop. There goes the runner. Here's the throwdown. It was in time, but the ball one-hopped the second baseman, and he was unable to come up with it. That was a tough hop for Gary. It scooted off his glove and went out into right center field, so that's a stolen base, and now Bottini grounds one deep in the hole, knocked down there. Here's a long throw to first base, and they got him. That is an outstanding play. So truly a great play by Dennis Sonata at shortstop. So a runner at second base with 1 out, and now Mike Hanks. Hanks apparently is in the 6AB position. He's the A hitter. Good job there by the catcher of the Seattle Mariners, Dan Wilson. Here's the pitch, and that's a swing and a fly ball down the right field line. Tanaka can't get there. And that one is going to put runners at first and third. Base hit for Mike Hanks. He'll get a courtesy runner. That is the 11th hit of the day for the Tri-Valley Vets. We're in the 65 age group and over, and here's John Zavrel. Zavrel is singled. He had a line drive to right center field his first time up. Runner will take second. That's no stolen base. Defensive indifference. Second and third occupied with one out as they come to their feet for John Zavrel. He is singled and he has walked in 2 plate appearances, and he takes low for a ball. A 6-6 tie. We're in the home half of inning number 6. Manter now in his 3rd inning of work, and here's a shot up the middle. Will they get the play at first? And the throw is not in time. And Steve Tanaka and John Zavrel, a big-time collision. The run will score. It'll be an RBI single for John Zavrel. And the Tri-Valley Vets lead it by a score of 7-6. That was a big collision over there. It was a high throw. Zavrel just trying to kind of regroup himself after that collision. I think Tanaka was giving up some strength over there, and he seems to be okay. And right now I think he's wondering if possibly either the runner or there might have been interference. Of course, we don't have a parabolic mic down there on the field, but pick up some of the audio. And there is Donnie D. Cordova, the Hall of Fame manager, and he didn't like what he heard. So Hank's at third. Zavrel's courtesy runner is at first base. And the courtesy runner, Kevin Mayo, or check that, number 7. Wrong team. Randy Taylor takes second base. And now the batter is going to be Skip Willard, who is still the starting pitcher. He grounds to shortstop. Here's the long throw to first base. It's off the bag, and he should be safe. Well, that's going to be an infield hit for Skip Willard, who has found his way on base all 3 times. Another run is in. It is a 2-run home half of the 6th inning, and the Vets lead it 8-6. Willard now with a walk and 2 singles and 3 tries, and now Sobel looking for his 3rd RBI hit, and he's going to get it. He drills one into deep left field. It's going all the way to the warning track and all the way to the wall. 1 run is going to score. 2 runs are going to score. Here comes Sobel around third. Then they're waving him home. This might very well be an inside the park home run, and it is. A 3-run home run for Greg Sobel, and the lead extended for the Vets in a 5-run 6th inning. They lead it 11-6. Boy, he hit that ball a ton. Now they're going to switch up the defense, and unfortunately for Kevin Mayo, he's coming out of the ball game, and he's coming in to pitch. That ball was absolutely crushed by Greg Sobel. And here's Hauska, and he hits one right at the right fielder who makes the play. So 2 down, and here's Willie Wild. So a 3-run inside the park home run for Sobel. He has driven in 5 runs today, and he's had at least 1 RBI in his first 3 at-bats. Here's a fly ball, and this ball is tattooed over the head of the center fielder. He gives chase, and heading to second is Willie Wild. That is going to be all for the starting pitcher. Tanaka making a pitching change, or for the second pitcher used by this Seattle Mariners team. And here's a ball hit right at the center fielder, and Droker makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. But a big inning for the Tri-Valley Vets. And they'll probably be facing Kurt Stamphill when they come back in the 7th inning. We go to the top of the 7th inning here from Scottsdale Stadium. Seattle will send Bill Lear to the plate for the second time. He walked. He was thrown out on a stolen base attempt in the 4th inning. So this is inning number 7 for the starting pitcher, Skip Willard. And this one is lined down the left field line. And here come the Mariners giving chase over there. And a nice job of cutting that ball off and holding the batter to a long single. Good job by Robert in left field. That's hit number 8 for the Mariners, and the batter is Dan Gurash. He takes a strike. There goes the runner down to second, and the throw was waiting on him. Well, a fine play on both ends. A good tag at second base, and a spectacular throw by Marty Rogowski. I think Bill Lear should stop trying to steal bases. He's 0 for 2 today. And apparently that ball hit Dan Gurash. So here's Nelson for the second time. He was a strikeout victim his last time up. On this mostly cloudy day here in the Valley of the Sun. And here's a swing and a ground ball down to third. They'll go second one. They will throw it to first. They'll throw it away. And they can tag the runner and get the out. And he is going to be ruled safe. So that is a fielder's choice. 2 down in the inning. And now Dale Parker walked and scored his only time up back in the 4th inning. And he swings and hits one down the line foul. Our trivia question: since 1971, 6 major league left-handed pitchers has struck out 300 batters or more. Here's a base hit down the line. That ball hits some chalk. And now they're at first and second. Courtesy runner time now for Seattle. And Gary Toothaker. And here's a line shot. Knocked down by the shortstop. He picks it up. Has time. No, he doesn't. Safe at second. All hands are safe. So the error by the shortstop as you look at some of the Seattle faithful here in attendance. And that keeps the inning alive for Steve Tanaka. First pitch, too high, ball 1. Since 1971, 6 pitchers have struck out 300 batters or more in a season at the major league level. Can you name them? Tanaka fouls it out of play. So the bases are loaded. Seattle now down by 5 after yielding 5 runs in the bottom of the 6th, capped off by the inside the park 3-run home run by Greg Sobel. This one's going to get away, and a run will score for Seattle, and it's 11-7. The windup and the pitch, and a high pop-up. And it's going to land on the infield. The second baseman throws, no chance, and he throws the ball away. And 2 runs are going to come across. Here's Tanaka going all the way to third. It's a 3-run top of the 7th inning, and the Mariners have countered a 5-run bottom half of the 6th inning and now trail by 2. It's going to be ruled a base hit and a throwing error. Give Tanaka 1 RBI, but 2 runs come across. And the inning stays alive for Dan Wilson, the catcher. Willard goes into the wind. And that pitch is taken low for a ball. And that's inside for ball 4. So Kurt Stamphill coming to the plate. You got runners at first and third. Willard getting a little pep talk from his first baseman. Courtesy runner for Stamphill, or for the catcher. And now Stamphill comes up and grounds one deep in the hole at shortstop. Nice backhanded play, and the throw's not going to be in time. It was backed up nicely by the right fielder. The run scores. Steve Siegel did a great job there. That is going to be ruled an infield hit. Credit Stamphill with an RBI. It's now a 4-run inning. and it's 11-10 in favor of the Vets, who are in the field right now. Now the cleanup hitter and center fielder Jeff Droker, looking for his first hit. Runners are at first and second, 2 out. Swung on, long drive, well over the head of the center fielder. 2 runs are going to come across. Jeff Droker has a 2-run double to center field, and the Seattle Mariners have taken the lead 13-11. What about that explosive shot off the bat of right-handed hitting Jeff Droker? That's going to bring up Tom Lang to the plate. And he rips one into the gap. Left center field. This will make it 14-11 as Tom Lang drives a 2-base hit, RBI variety. It is 14-11. And that's going to bring up John Manter. That is all for Skip Willard. He goes 7 2/3. He will give way to Don Peterson. So a break in the action as Manter comes to the plate with 2 out, a runner at second. 8 runs have scored, and it's now 14-11 in favor of the Seattle Mariners here in the top of the 7th inning. Manter looking for his first hit of the day. And he hits one to the right side. The second baseman can't make a play on it, and they'll be at first and third. Now the starting pitcher, who's 1 for 2 with a run scored, John Jury, is now at the plate. And he just got hit by a pitch. Boy, this inning has truly went south here for Tri-Valley. So after that 2-run double, another 2-run double, Droker and Lang combined on back-to-back doubles. Stamphill had an RBI infield hit. Now Rand Gilbertson. And all this damage happened after 2 were out, and all the runs in this inning are unearned. And that ball hit him. Another run will score. It is an 8-run inning, and the Mariners here in the top of the 7th inning lead it by a score of 14-11. Bases remain loaded, and here's Kevin Mayo. And he bounces this one foul, 0-1. We'll give you the answer to that trivia question coming up here in the top of the 8th. This ball is slapped to the right side. He got the convenient Sunday hop and the throw to first in time, and that is that. They get 8 runs. They leave them loaded. So we are heading now to the bottom half of the 7th inning. The Mariners now lead it by 3 at 14-11. Jeff Lowry from Scottsdale Stadium, the winter home of the San Francisco Giants. First batter swings and lines it to the shortstop. That's Bob Willard. 1 down. So Willard a little aggressive at his first at bat. Top of the order, Dave Hall. He's had a big day. He's driven in a run. He's had a couple of base hits. He's 2 for 3. He has stolen 2 bases on the day. He's been a good table setter here today for the Tri-Valley Vets, who trail by 3. He grounds one down to third. It's misplayed. And the runner will be safe. And so they got a runner on base for Bob DiStefano. So Kurt Stamphill still out there on the mound. He delivers a first pitch, and it's ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Bob. There goes the runner down to second base. That's steal number 9, if you can believe it, by this Tri-Valley Vets team. DiStefano's been on base twice. He's 1 for 2. He fouls that one out of play. What a job by Rand Gilbertson keeping that ball at bay. Showed some pretty good quickness back there. Cat-like reflexes. That one is way over the head of the hitter, and that's ball 4. So after the first batter was retired, an error by the third baseman, a walk, and here's Will Hubert. Hubert has walked. He's hit into a double play. First and second, and now the tying run at the plate with Seattle in the lead here, 14-11, and this may very well be our final inning of play. Here's a ground ball up the middle. Could be two. It's bobbled, and he cannot come up with it. All hands are safe, and the bases are loaded. So that puts the tying run at first. And now Joe Lippert. And that one way inside. And I'll tell you, Rand Gilbertson doing just a sensational job behind the plate for Seattle. Seattle in the field in the dark blue uniforms. The Seattle Mariner uniforms. And 2 balls and no strikes. That ball's going to hit him, and the run is in. And now it is 14-12. So Joe Lippert with his first RBI. The run will score. And Nick Bottini comes to the plate with a chance maybe to tie it up. John Zavrel over there along with the Hall of Fame manager Donnie D. Cordova. Robert Naiman, who's got good speed at first base. First pitch in there for a strike, and it's 0-1 on Nick Bottini. Outside, 1-1 to the starting shortstop for the Tri-Valley Vets. I'll give you the answer to that trivia question. The 6 Major League pitchers who have struck out 300 batters or more in a season. First, a ground ball short. The run will score. It's a 1-run game, and they get the fielder's choice as Jury gets spiked down there. So DiStefano scoring, first and third occupied, now 2 out. And here's Mike Hanks. Well, the first 2 to do it was Vida Blue and Mickey Lolish back in 1971. Blue was a Cy Young Award winner that year. In 1972, as this ball hits the batter and the bases are loaded for John Zavrel. He's got a chance to win this game. We have been told we have surpassed the 3-hour threshold, and so John Zavrel has a chance to win this game. 14-12 Seattle, and the first pitch to him is a strike, and it's 0-1. Steve Carlton, his Cy Young Award-winning season in 72, did it. So did Clayton Kershaw years later. He won a Cy Young. I believe that was 2004. Chris Sale last year. And a guy who did it a multitude of times, one of the great pitchers, perhaps one of the greatest pitchers of all time, Randy the Big Unit Johnson. John Zavrel with a chance right now to tie this game up. Tying run at third. The winning run is at second base, the pitch. And it's outside ball 4. And the tying run comes to the plate, and we are locked in a 14-14 tie. Naiman scoring from third. And what a day for John Zavrel. 2 singles, a run scored, and 2 RBIs. He's also walked twice, and he's been perfect at the plate. And now to bring up Skip Willard, and he has a chance to win this game with new pitcher, actually today's starting pitcher for Seattle, John Jury. He'll deliver a strike, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Jury, the starting pitcher today, reinserted on the mound to try to get this last out and preserve a tie. Here's a ground ball down to third, and they gobble it up. A nice job by Stamp Hill, and this game is in the books. The ball game is over. Well, it's like kissing your sister, they say. I wouldn't know about that, but it's a 14-14 tie. The Mariners go to 1 win, 2 loss, 1 tie. Tri-Valley, 2 runs, 2 wins, 1 loss, 1 tie. They're still looking pretty good with 1 game to go in round-robin play. This has been a presentation of APNvideo.com. I'm Jeff Lowry saying so long from Scottsdale Stadium on this beautiful day for our national pastime, and a special thanks to John Zavrel.